Top 5 YouTubers who went to jail. Oh my god, guys. You will not believe this. Like, I was just scrolling through Twitter, right? And I saw all these tweets about YouTubers going to jail. Jail. I was shook. So, obviously I had to do a deep dive, and let me tell you, some of this stuff is crazy. We're talking about pranks gone wrong, alleged assaults, the whole 9 yards. You guys know I love a good mystery, and this is like a whole buffet of drama. So buckle up, subscribe if you're new, and let's get into the top 5 YouTubers who went to jail. Okay, so first up we have SSSniperwolf. If you're into gaming or YouTube, you've probably heard of her. She's one of the most popular gaming content creators out there, with millions of subscribers and fans all over the world. Her real name is Aaliyah Shalesh, but everyone knows her as SSSniperwolf. She's known for her entertaining gameplay videos, reaction videos, and vlogs. She's like a gaming queen. Now, if you don't know who she is, first of all, where have you been? She's been around for years and has built a massive following. But even the most famous people have their moments of controversy. She's like a gaming queen. Her skills in games like Call of Duty and Fortnite are legendary. People tune in not just for her gameplay, but also for her personality. She's funny, relatable, and always has something interesting to say. But anyway, back in 2013 she got arrested. Yes, you heard that right. The gaming queen herself had a run-in with the law. It was a pretty big deal at the time, and it made headlines. It all went down at a mall, can you believe it? Malls are usually places where people go to shop, hang out, and have a good time. But for SSSniperwolf, it turned into a place of unexpected drama. Like, imagine being at the mall, just trying to live your best life, and then, bam, you're getting arrested. It's the last thing you'd expect to happen on a casual day out. So, apparently, she was blocking the entrance with some friends, just hanging out. They were probably just chilling, talking, and not really thinking about how they were affecting other people trying to get in and out of the mall. And the security guards, they were not having it. They have a job to do, and part of that job is making sure that the entrances and exits are clear for everyone. So they approached her and her friends, they asked her to move, but she refused. Maybe she thought it wasn't a big deal, or maybe she was just in a stubborn mood. Either way, she didn't comply with their request. Like, come on girl, just move. It's not that deep. But sometimes in the heat of the moment, people make decisions that they later regret. So they called the cops, and she was arrested for disorderly conduct. It escalated quickly, and before she knew it, she was in handcuffs. Disorderly conduct. I mean, it sounds kind of scary, right? It's a charge that can cover a lot of different behaviors, but in this case, it was all about not following the rules and causing a scene. But in the end, it wasn't that serious. She was released, and it seems like it didn't really affect her career that much. She bounced back pretty quickly and continued to grow her channel. She was released, and it seems like it didn't really affect her career that much. She went right back to making videos, streaming, and doing what she loves. Her fans stuck by her, and she kept on growing her audience. But still, can you imagine? One minute you're a regular person at the mall, and the next, you're in the back of a police car. It's a wild story, but it just goes to show that even the most famous people can have their off days. And in the end, it's all about how you bounce back from those moments. Next up we have Trollstation. If you haven't heard of them, they're a group of pranksters who have made quite a name for themselves on YouTube. Their pranks are not your run-of-the-mill practical jokes, they are elaborate, often outrageous, and sometimes downright dangerous. Now these guys are known for their crazy pranks, like seriously crazy. We're talking about pranks that involve public spaces, unsuspecting bystanders, and scenarios that can easily be mistaken for real-life emergencies. They thrive on the shock factor, and their videos often go viral because of the sheer audacity of their stunts. But sometimes, they take it too far. And when I say too far, I mean they blur the lines between what's funny and what's just plain reckless. Their pranks can cause real panic and distress, and that's where things get problematic. And in 2016, they definitely crossed the line. This wasn't just a minor misstep, it was a full-blown disaster that caught the attention of the media and law enforcement. The prank in question was so over the top that it made headlines around the world. They staged a fake art heist at the National Portrait Gallery in London. Can you imagine? This is one of the most prestigious art galleries in the world, and they thought it would be a good idea to simulate a robbery. The sheer audacity of it is mind-boggling. Like, these people are just trying to look at some art, and then all of a sudden there's a bunch of screaming and people running around with fake paintings. The visitors had no idea it was a prank. They genuinely thought they were in the middle of a heist. So they ran into the gallery shouting and causing chaos. The pranksters were dressed in black, wearing masks and carrying what looked like stolen artwork. It was a scene straight out of a heist movie, and it was terrifying for everyone involved. People were terrified, thinking it was a real robbery. Some visitors were so scared that they ran for the exits, while others hid behind exhibits, unsure of what was happening. The panic was real, and it spread quickly through the gallery. Like, I would have been freaking out. Imagine being in a place where you feel safe, only to have that sense of security shattered in an instant. The emotional toll on the visitors was significant, and many of them were left shaken by the experience. The police were called, and they were arrested and charged with public nuisance offenses. The authorities didn't find the prank amusing at all. In fact, they saw it as a serious breach of public safety and took immediate action to apprehend the pranksters. Now, this wasn't their first run-in with the law, but this time, it was serious. Trollstation had a history of pushing boundaries, but this prank was a step too far. The legal consequences were severe, and it marked a turning point for the group. They actually ended up spending some time behind bars. This wasn't just a slap on the wrist, it was a real prison sentence. The pranksters had to face the reality of their actions and the impact they had on the public. I'm not sure how long exactly, but still, even a short stint in jail is a big deal. It serves as a stark reminder that actions have consequences, and sometimes those consequences are more severe than you might expect. Jail is jail, you know? It's not a place anyone wants to end up, especially not for something as avoidable as a prank. The experience must have been a sobering one for the Trollstation crew. It just goes to show, sometimes pranks can have serious consequences. What might seem like a funny idea in the moment can quickly spiral out of control and lead to real-world repercussions. It's a lesson in thinking twice before acting, especially when other people's safety and well-being are at stake. Chapter 3, Jake Paul charged up. Okay, so now let's talk about Jake Paul. This guy is like the king of controversy, right? He's always getting into some kind of trouble. And in 2020, he had a major run-in with the law. He was arrested in Arizona after allegedly looting a mall. Looting a mall. Like, what? It happened during the George Floyd protests, and there was a lot of chaos and destruction going on. But still, looting is never okay. He was charged with criminal trespassing and unlawful assembly. Criminal trespassing, unlawful assembly. Those sound like serious charges. He denied the charges and claimed he was just there to document the protests. But the footage, it kind of told a different story. In the end, the charges were dropped, but it definitely damaged his reputation. Like, people were already skeptical of him, but this just made it worse. Chapter 4. Boogie, 2988, A Call for Help. Now this next one is a little bit different. Boogie 2988, whose real name is Stephen Williams, is a well-known figure in the YouTube community. He gained popularity through his gaming videos and his candid discussions about his personal life, including his struggles with obesity, mental health, and past traumas. His openness and honesty have earned him a loyal following, but they have also made him a target for online harassment. In 2019, Boogie 2988 found himself in a troubling situation that shocked his fans and the broader online community. He was arrested, but not for something you might expect, like assault or theft. Instead, the incident was deeply tied to his ongoing battle with mental health issues. The situation began when Boogie 2988 felt threatened by an individual who had been harassing him online. Feeling cornered and desperate, he decided to call the police for help. However, when the authorities arrived, the situation quickly spiraled out of control. Boogie 2988, in a state of heightened anxiety and fear, ended up pointing a gun at the police officers who had come to assist him. This action, understandably, escalated the situation dramatically. The gun he pointed at the officers was later revealed to be a BB gun, not a real firearm. However, in the heat of the moment, the distinction between a BB gun and a real gun can be easily overlooked, leading to potentially dangerous consequences. The police, acting on their training and the perceived threat, arrested Boogie 2988 for aggravated assault. The charge of aggravated assault is a serious one, and it painted a grim picture of the incident. Thankfully, no one was physically harmed during the confrontation. However, the emotional and psychological impact on everyone involved, including Boogie 2988, was significant. After his arrest, Boogie 2988 was released on bail. The legal process that followed was undoubtedly stressful, but it also provided an opportunity for reflection and growth. Boogie 2988 eventually pleaded guilty to a lesser charge, which allowed him to avoid a more severe penalty. This resolution, while not ideal, was a relief to many of his fans who were concerned about his well-being. This incident was a stark reminder of the complexities of mental health and the importance of seeking help before situations reach a crisis point. Boogie 2988's experience highlighted how even those who appear to have it all together can struggle profoundly behind the scenes. The support from his fans and the broader community played a crucial role in his recovery. Many people reached out with messages of encouragement, sharing their own stories of struggle and resilience. Boogie 2988's case also sparked important conversations about the role of law enforcement in dealing with mental health crises. It underscored the need for better training and resources to handle such situations with care and understanding. Ultimately, this chapter in Boogie 2988's life serves as a powerful reminder of the importance of mental health awareness and the need for compassion and support for those who are struggling. It is a call to action for all of us to be more understanding and proactive in addressing mental health issues, both in ourselves and in others. Chapter 5: Austin Jones behind the music. Okay guys, this last one is really heavy, like seriously disturbing. Austin Jones, who was a musician on YouTube, was arrested in 2017 for some truly horrific crimes. He was charged with producing child pornography. Child pornography! I can't even believe I'm saying those words. He had been soliciting explicit videos from underage girls online. Like, how could someone do that? It's just beyond comprehension. He pleaded guilty to 2 counts of producing child pornography. 2 counts! That means he did it more than once. And he was sentenced to 10 years in federal prison. 10 years! That's a long time to think about the terrible things he did. This case was a stark reminder of the dark side of the internet and how important it is to protect children online. Oh my god guys, I am shook to my core. Like, some of these stories are just insane. It just goes to show, you never really know what's going on behind the scenes, even with people you think you know online. And it's a reminder that actions have consequences. Like, you can't just go around breaking the law and expect to get away with it. So, be careful out there, guys. And if you see something, say something. You never know, you might just save someone's life.